Should I get a second opinion on my criminal case? Let me give you a scenario that happens fair often in criminal law. We get a phone call from a client of another lawyer, and they're saying, look, I've got this lawyer and they're not communicating with me. They're telling me I don't have a very good case to win, blah, blah, blah. And they've got all these sort of complaints about the lawyer. And, I might even know the lawyer. First of all, I try and reassure the client, look, this isn't a very good lawyer. And I'm sure that their opinion is probably quite valid, and the client's still not assured. Should that person get a second opinion? Well, sometimes lawyers are busy. I mean, they're how can I put it? They're not overly communicated, but they might be a very good lawyer, and that lawyer's given them an excellent opinion. What I say to the client, look, you should communicate with the lawyer, talk to them, go through the communication that you're concerned, and express that to them. If you're truly wanting a second opinion, you can politely explain that to them. And I can tell you this, I've heard of that lawyer, I know that lawyer, their opinion is probably perfectly valid, but it gives assurance to the client. So sometimes a client will hire us, we'll give the opinion, and in most of the cases that I've done on second opinion, it hasn't been a ton in my career, but quite a few, the lawyer's been right. The second opinion was quite valid. So it does give that level of assurance to a person for that. Now, sometimes in an extremely complex case, a second opinion is valid because it can give different thinking and different strategies. There's more than two ways to skin a cat. There's more than two ways to win a case. So sometimes a second opinion can be valid even when you're happy with your lawyer, just to get a different angle on it. That within our law firm, for example, I will often bounce my ideas off the other lawyers. So there's kind of a second opinion in a way to get some clarification or to get some different angles of ways of winning. So there's different situations where a second opinion may be called for. A lot of people are, there's some exceptional lawyers out there, I might add, who they're not that communicative with their clients. So the client's not assured, but the opinion's beautiful, it's totally correct. But obviously you hope you're with a lawyer who does both the communication and does exceptional work, so you're totally confident in that lawyer. Now, I can tell you this, what does a second opinion entail? Well, the second opinion lawyer that you've retained, they're going to need to get all of the disclosure, every document. They're going to get your statements. You're going to have to tell them your complete version of events. And only after have all these documents and review, which may take hours in some case, it may take 100 hours in a complicated fraud case. It depends on the complexity of the case, in order for them to give you the opinion about the strategy and whether your first lawyer's opinion is perfectly valid. And I can tell you in most cases it is. It's an unfortunate reality in our criminal justice system that, I'm not saying this is correct, but a lot of lawyers are very busy and they give their opinion to the client, they review things carefully, and they're just not communicative enough. If you have a lawyer like that, you should politely talk to them, him or her, about it, and maybe you can open up the lines of communication and resolve that, because they may be open to that. But you have to be open and honest with your lawyer. You need to tell them, look, I'd like a second opinion. I'm hoping you'll be cooperative in it. I've had clients approach us for second opinions too. I'm perfectly open to it. I'm very confident in our opinions, and I want the client reassured, and we're willingly will give the disclosures to the new lawyer. And I can tell you, I've never had a case. I've only had this happen a few times, but I never had a case where the second lawyer differed with me. It was the same opinion. But there you have it. There are certain situations where you may want to retain a second lawyer, but be open and honest with your lawyer. Try and keep the channels of communication open. And it's not necessarily a situation, just because your lawyer's not communicating with you doesn't mean they're not a good lawyer. Let me put it that way. But you need to approach them and ask them, look, can we get more clear communication so I understand what's going on with my case? Thank you for watching our video. We are absolutely committed to bringing you the best possible criminal and DUI educational videos. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've been charged with a criminal offense in Ontario and require our services, please click on the link in the description below.